Hey there, this is Dustin Maher with Fit Moms for Life, and I am a little beat up today. I don't know if you can tell, I got a little bit of a fat lip. My face found my brother's elbow playing basketball. But I hope you're having a great day. And as the recording, it's been about 18 hours since I launched the Killer Curves program. What is Killer Curves? Is a program specifically designed for those looking to lose 50 or more pounds. So we're using the BMI scale of 30 or above, and we're really focusing on helping those people not only from an exercise standpoint but more importantly from a behavioral standpoint. Anyways, I've had a great response so far. Our local Madison groups are already about 30 to 35% full in less than 18 hours, so I expect that to sell out probably within a week or two. So definitely sign up if you're interested. But the virtual program, we still have plenty of spots available because it's virtual, so we can have unlimited. But I've been having some great conversations with people, thinking about doing the program, not sure if it's right for them, maybe feeling guilty about spending the extra money on themselves. And one conversation I had with a woman was powerful, I think, for myself at least, and hopefully for her too. And she basically said, she's definitely in the obese category, but as she's gotten older, she's put less of a priority on herself, and that losing weight isn't quite as high up on the priority list. And let me just stop there before we go on. And I know talking about obesity and weight and all that stuff can be a very sensitive subject. And let me just put it out there, okay? Whether you're overweight or not overweight, it doesn't make you a better or worse person, a better or worse parent. It's independent of that, okay? I'm just dealing with weight as what it does to us as humans, whether that's from a health standpoint or from maybe the amount of activity that you can do. Okay, so again, it's not a good or bad thing, so please do not get offended by the terms or whatever I use. Okay, so having said that, this woman again, she just said she's like, yeah, it would be nice to lose some weight, but it's not that important to me right now. Okay, so I don't even want to focus today on obesity or overweight as an unhealthy thing, okay? So that aside, what I want to talk about today is just how more difficult handling extra weight, carrying extra weight is on a day-to-day basis. And we sometimes forget that. I mean, I've been about 15 pounds heavier, so nowhere near the obese category. But when I'm 15 pounds heavier, I can tell everything I do, getting up, walking, jumping, climbing stairs, is a lot harder. And so here's a few things that I want to give you as some tips or maybe some exercises. Again, we're just focusing on it being more difficult to do daily activities. So one thing that I have a lot of my clients do who lose the weight, who maybe lose 50 to 75 pounds, I have them carry dumbbells or run with dumbbells, 25 to 30 pounds in each hand. And they run with them for maybe 30 seconds or a minute. And it's amazing how fast you get winded doing that. Or what I encourage people to do, and this one I encourage, whether you have lost weight or want to lose weight or maybe trying to get motivated to lose weight, put a backpack on. If you have a kid, find his backpack or her backpack, and then put a bunch of weights. If you have dumbbells or weight plates in there, and put as much weight in there that you have to lose or maybe you have lost already. Carry that around with you for a few hours. I wouldn't actually even do it for a day because it's not very good for your body. It can hurt your back, but just do it for a little bit so you can appreciate the extra work it takes to just carry that amount of weight around all day. And that gets you tired. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're in good shape or not, it's going to get you more tired. But the reason why maybe you don't realize it is because it's come on over a slow period of time, so your body has adjusted to it. Now, I've used this analogy before, and I think it's the best analogy I can find right now. So I'm going to use the gasoline analogy, okay, for your car. A few years back, maybe 5 years back, gas was what, maybe $1.50, $2 a gallon. Maybe some people at that point were even complaining that it was too high. Well, as we know, over a 4 to 5 year period, and it seems like over about a 6 month period, gas jumped to $3, close up to $4. Now it's down a little bit, but it's still significantly higher than before. And there's all this outrage about, the high gas prices. Do you hear that anymore? Not really. No, it's become the new norm for us. We're now used to $3.50, $4 gas, and when it's now down to 3.20 or 3.30, we're excited about it. So this is just the same thing with our weight. At some point we were probably at a healthy weight, and it's just crept up throughout the years, and we've become used to it. We've been comfortable with it. Now, in order for us to change that, we can do a couple of those exercises I just mentioned before, put the extra weight on, throw it on at one time to really appreciate how much tougher it is. And taking that gas analogy a step further, let's think about this. Think about if we knew, 2 weeks from now that we were going to have gas that was $10 a gallon. Let's say a year down the road, $10 a gallon. Now, would you start to make some changes potentially in the vehicle that you buy? Maybe some of those big SUVs or the trucks that you're driving, you're going to no longer want. So you're going to take the necessary steps to find a more efficient car to buy over the next year. Well, the same thing holds true with our health and with our fitness. If we knew down the road that carrying that extra weight is going to be that much more difficult, that much more painful, we're more likely to make a change right now. And I know this video is kind of getting long, so you can stop at any point, but for those of you who have read my book, Fit Moms for Life, you've already probably done this exercise in there, but it's called the 10-year plan. And I do this everywhere where I speak, and it's really opened up a lot of people's eyes to the daily habits that we all have that are negative and how that can affect us long term. So I'm going to really fly through this. I'm not going to go in depth on it. You can really think about this more on your own, but just picture your life 10 years from now. If you continue some of the unhealthy habits that you have, what would your life look like? What would your relationships look like? What would your vacations look like? How much energy would you have? What size clothes would you be wearing? All those certain things. And then take the opposite of that. Snap your finger, and if whether you join Killer Kurves or not, or some other program for 2013, if you take that step to make a change, what could your life look like 1 year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? What would your activities look like? What would, again, your relationships look like with your kids, with your family, with your friends? And just really think about that. Get the visual. Write it down if you want to. But we need to create enough urgency in where we're at today to want to make a change. If we're too comfortable where we're at, if we're satisfied with where things are at, but not wanting to move forward, we're not going to make that change. So we need to create that massive amount of desire, of pain in our current state that we're in, and then forwarding that over a 10-year period of time. So that's what I got for you today. Again, if you want to join the Killer Kurves program, whether you're in Madison or virtually around the world, that would be awesome. But do something. If you look back on 2012 and you're not pleased with where it ended up health and fitness wise, you've got to make a change at some point. And if you're not ready for that now, that's fine. I'll be here 1 year, 5 years, 10, 20 years down the road. I hope I'm still around for you guys to continue to hopefully motivate you and inspire you and look at things in a different way. But if you're ready to make that change, I'm here for you. I'm so pumped for the Killer Kurves program. I think it's one of a kind, using trainers who have already lost 60 to 70 pounds themselves, who are now certified trainers, to be coaching you along with me, I think is a very unique, powerful way of doing it, and really focusing on behavior change and mindset and figuring out why did you overeat in the first place, or why do you continue to self-sabotage you. I think that's going to be very powerful in this 3-month program. So I'm going to have details about this somewhere on this video or in this blog post. Can't wait to start working with you. Take care. Merry Christmas, and I'll talk to you soon.